What's up guys, this is the Guitar Gent coming at you with a brand new reaction video, and today we have a first for the channel. I'm very excited about this, guys. We are exploring not only a new band, but we're also entering in a new country, a new scene. I guess this is Korean rock. Now I know that K-pop is a very famous phenomenon all over the world. Especially I feel like a couple of years back there was this huge explosion of K-pop all over the world, especially in the United States, but in Europe even it became very popular. But I think that that's still going, in fairness. Like maybe it's something that we're getting used to, so it doesn't make the headlines anymore that much, but it's still there clearly. And the band that we're going to listen to together, guys, today, it's called Dreamcatcher. It was a fairly big request on the channel, and the song, it's called Odai. It's the official music video. Now, again, from what you guys told me, this is K-rock, K-pop, K-rock. I don't know where to draw the line there, I guess. I'm very curious to find out. Even if I think about Western music, sometimes there is pop music that I consider rock, and there is rock music that I consider pop. So, you know, it's always different. It can be difficult, let's say, to draw a very specific and precise line between the two genres. But I'm very curious to see what these girls, from what you told me, again, this is an all girl band, all girls band. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. Sorry for my speaking impairment, I guess. Anyway, guys, Dreamcatcher, Odai, official music video. Let's go. Beautiful hair right off the bat. I love blue hair.
모두가 바란 찬란한 이곳 셀 수 없이 슬픔을 흘린 후 조금씩 보이는 new world 경계선을 넘어선 그
Okay.
더 아름다운 풍경을 in my eyes 긴 방황 끝에 찾은 것들
It is so interesting right off the bat, guys.
버린 희망 속에 lie 더럽다 교묘하자만 mistake 빛으로 가려지는
How many are they? Oh, this is good. I mean, I will touch on this in the analysis right after the reaction, guys, but it kind of feels like pop with a rock shade. There is definitely some rock instrumentation thrown in there with guitar bass. I like how obscure it is. Like, it's kind of dark pop.
조금씩 사라져가는 걸멈 나를 따라만 오는 줄 알았던
The visuals are just fantastic, as you'd expect, I guess, from a band which I'd imagine has a fairly big budget. I wonder if that last bit was referring to some sort of a narrative that they might have going on throughout the videos. That would be actually interesting, guys. Let me know in the comments. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of analysis. I don't know if this is your first time on the channel. That's what we do here, and we do a reaction, and then I basically try to justify what I like and what I don't like based on my fairly limited, I'm aware of that, musical knowledge. So the first thing that I want to say is, again, something that I mentioned during the reaction. Genre-wise, this is clearly a pop song for me, with some rock influences and rock instrumentations. There was something, specifically in the second verse, something that really reminded me of 21 Pilots, which I think it's another example of that. Like, it's pop music with various influences like hip hop, like rock and stuff like that. I mean, we could talk about that band as well, but it's not the point again of this specific video. It was very interesting, and I did enjoy this. I can't deny that I did enjoy this quite a lot, specifically, as I said, because it has that dark vibe. It's kind of mysterious. It's like dark pop, as I said. It's a style of pop that I think has been becoming more and more popular, which is fine by me, to be honest. It's something that I do enjoy more usually than the happy pop song, happy pop music. Not to say that happy pop music doesn't have a place, of course, in our lives, in our society and stuff like that, but I do enjoy this a bit more. Like, I think that there is always something a bit more interesting going on when it comes to the melodies. Even if you think about Billie Eilish, an artist like that, artists that have now become possibly the biggest names in the scene, there is always something weird, something dark, something strange about it, which is something that I do love and I do enjoy, also because it can be a gateway for many people to go and explore something else, something that can be dark as well, but in a different way, and then maybe, you know, transition into some rock music, and you know what I mean. It can be a perfect gateway. That being said, there are some things that I want to touch upon when it comes to a purely musical analysis and songwriting and production. I want to say the song structure was very typical, very classical of a pop music, which is fine. Again, I do enjoy when bands go and venture with some crazy songs, dynamic and structures, but again, we come back to the initial point that this is a pop song, so you shouldn't probably even get into this with that kind of expectation in your mind. It was also very well produced for my personal taste. Like, objectively, I have to say this was very well produced. Fantastic production. For my personal taste, it was a bit overproduced. Specifically, again, in the second verse, there were some weird vocal effects going on in the background as well. I don't know if that was a heavily auto-tuned track, of course, for a very specific purpose of make it sound like you know what I mean, I hope. That wasn't a good rendition, but I hope that I explained what I meant, and that you can understand the part of the song that I was referring to in the second verse. There was a lot going on, which sometimes can take away a little bit, I feel, from the actual song, from the songwriting aspect of it. Because here the melody is beautiful. It's a beautiful melody, very catchy. As I said, it's also an interesting melody. It has that shade of darkness, which I really enjoy. And sometimes you can take away from that a little bit when you overproduce things. So you add 50 layers of vocals, instrumentations. There were, of course, the guitar and the bass, the programmed drums. It was interesting, 100%, and I did like the tone of the guitar. It was very clear, distorted, and in a very high register. It's almost like they mixed, they EQ'd all the low frequencies out of it, basically. That's kind of my feeling when it comes to the guitar sound here. But there also was a very strong rhythmic section in the background, as I said, with the program drumming and the bass sound. I think it was a bass sound. It could have been either a distorted bass or a guitar as well, a low tuned guitar. I'm not sure about that. I'd imagine, to be honest, that to be a program sound as well, so not necessarily someone playing that by the way that it sounds. But I could be wrong, to be honest. Again, there was a lot going on, so I'm not really sure about that. That being said, guys, of course it's a lot to take in at a first listen. Like there were a lot of singers. I don't even know if all of them actually managed to sing in the song. I don't know if they're all lead singers, if they just keep on switching. Maybe some of those are just backup singers or vocalists like in baby metal. I have no idea about that. But it was a very good, I'd say, first introduction to the band. I'm very curious to find out more specifically, musically. I will for sure listen to more. So leave me your recommendations, guys, because I'm very curious to discover more about them. And also about the narrative, if that's actually something true. Like if there is a story that goes from music video to music video. If that's the case, please let me know so that I will know on which order I should maybe follow to understand a bit more what's going on here. Or maybe they were just referring to the lyrics. I don't know, guys. Very interesting first listen. This goes to show that I think you should never close your ears to things that you're not necessarily aware of when it comes to music and genres, because there is always something that you can learn from every single. I do want to say every single piece of music. Maybe that's not true, but you get the idea. You should be open-minded approaching new music. I did enjoy this, absolutely. Thank you for recommending me this. There were also a couple of other bands from the scene, I think Rolling Quartz, if I remember the name of that one as well, also from Korea. I'm interested in discovering more about the K-rock, I guess, aspect of it. And again, guys, I do appreciate your time. If this was the first time on the channel, this is what we do. So I try to provide a bit more value, let's say. So not just let's say that there is the entertainment part of it, the reaction, and then there is the learning side of things with my analysis. Again, for as much as I can share, I'm more than happy to, and I do learn a lot from you guys as well in return from the comment sections. So leave me your knowledge, let me know more about the band's backgrounds, the thing about the video, suggestions, throw everything in there as always. I do appreciate it. If you decide to subscribe and stick around, thank you. If not, I'm already appreciative of your time that you decided to spend here today, guys. Thanks again for your time, and I'll see you very soon with the next one. Have a good